Welcome to a speed build in The Sims 4. I am the createle, and that is my new username for 2017 on this channel. I used to be the llamacorn, but now I'm starting fresh, and why not just give it a new username and a new look to this thing. And I'm so excited to be back here and recording and sharing my creations with YouTube and all of the simming community. So yes, welcome. And I also would like to take this video to explain why I haven't posted in the last year. And before we get into the build details, so I would like to explain that I'm still in school and YouTube is not my full-time job, and I also don't have a job. But anyway, I am still in school, and this year is my last year, so I am a senior, I think they're called in the US and around the world. So yes, in this last year we have a lot of things to do, such as final exams. I think you would call them SATs. And yes, they're very important to get to college and have a future. So I've been focusing on studying for them, and it's been quite hard and it's taking a lot of my time. And school is the main reason why I'm having like sleepless nights and whatnot. So there's like little time for me to record and build on Sims, although I still do it because I need it. I shouldn't, but I need it. So yes, I do that, and it takes a lot of my time. So I'm also studying besides school. I have like this preparation for this final exams thing, and it is really long, and I have to put a lot of effort into it. And so it's like the SATs where I live is kind of like, it works really differently from the US and the other countries in the world. I think it basically has this two tests in 2 different weeks, like on Sundays, and it is a 5 hour and a half test in total. So each day you go in and you spend 5 hours and a half sitting on an uncomfortable chair, trying not to go to the bathroom. I mean, you can go to the bathroom, but it will take you a lot of time, and you will waste a lot of time that you could be doing your tests. So you're trying not to go to the bathroom, and you're trying not to concentrate on the other people around you doing stuff and opening food, loud food packagings. And yes, you try and concentrate on your test for 5 hours and a half on this uncomfortable chair, and you try not to think that that test is going to decide your whole future for at least the next year. I mean, you can try it again, but nobody wants that, just want to go straight to college. So you do that, and while you before that you study for the whole year. I mean, people study for like 2 years straight just to do this test in one weekend. And yeah, it basically takes the subjects you study in school, and it is like a lot harder, and it's nothing like you seen in school, and you just gotta study by yourself, because if you study on school only, you just cannot pass it. And so it is really brutal, kind of, and cruel, sort of. And yeah, I mean, I've seen some people talk about the US system, and they were like, oh, I hate it so much. But like, honestly, it is nothing compared to what we have in here, and I think I'd rather go through the US system, and yeah, I'd be a lot happier because I think they take your school grades and not just like one day's test. I mean, a lot of things could happen in one day, you know? You could be feeling unwell, you could lose your timing, like a lot of people get late and they can't get in. And it's quite funny, we laugh about it on the internet, but really, if it happens to you, you're just, you're over. And it is a lot of pressure on, young people for this whole thing they pull off. So yeah, that was quite a long explanation, but that's basically it, and I'm really worried. So this year I'm just going to be focusing on that, but I'll still be building because The Sims is really just the place I go when I need to relax and distress. And so yes, I will be building, and I will try and post here so you guys can see and download your games and play and just enjoy creations, I guess, because a lot of people like that, right? And yeah, now I'll talk about the house. Sorry about this rant, but I needed to get this out and explain because it was like suffocating me. And yeah, now that it's out, I'm a little less worried. So yeah, the house. Well, I've talked all the way through the building, and now we're getting into the interior. But the main idea about this house is that it is a beach house, sort of. It's in the island of Windenburg, and I built a lot on this island. I sort of need to stop it a little, and just discover the rest of the world. But I just really love the island, and it is a sort of beach house, and I wanted to give it a little bit of that beachy feel. And the main idea behind this is there are two siblings that want to live together, like maybe their parents, they inherited their parents' money or this house from their parents, and yeah, they live together, but to give it a little bit of privacy and like not to be this, oh, I live with my brother or my sister, I created this sort of elongated, not corridor, but like this part of the house where it's sort of public, the kitchen, the living room, and the dining room. It's in this really narrow part of the house that you just saw. And there are the two wings of the house, and I thought for each wing would be a sibling. So in the left wing is a brother, kind of. I mean, I designed it to be like a man's part of the house, but it could also be a girl's. I don't know. It's really neutral. And the right left, not the right left, the right side of the house is a girl's part of. And yeah, I mean, it could also be a boy's. I don't know. You guys choose what you want to do, and I'm not going to create stereotypes. I'm a lot more conscious this year than I was before. Like, I've really grown, I think. And I watched back a lot of my videos, and I was like taking notes and just, realizing the things that I said. And honestly, I was just really embarrassed about some of it. And yeah, I think I'm a lot more conscious now, and I'm a lot more aware of things. So yeah, I'm sorry if I still offend someone out there. This is the dining room, and I took a lot of time on it. I really just take my time. And oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that this is a Cece house, and you probably guessed it by the very, very clever title. And not really, but it is a full-on Cece house, and I just went on and downloaded a lot of Cece from my favorite creators, and I was like, I want to get this whole CC thing out of my game because it was bothering me. But then I was like cleaning it out and I saw how pretty it is, and I just wanted to build one last time with it. And here it is. I think I'm gonna delete it when I finish this build. I mean, I already finished, so yeah, I'm gonna delete it now. But it's just so pretty. I was building like, oh my god, this is so pretty. And it's nothing like the EA items. I think the main problem with the E8 items is the recolors. Like, we have color swatches and all of that jazz, but it's just not enough, you know, it's just not enough. EA gives us a lot of things, and I'm not taking that for granted, but it could be better, you know. I think that's why a lot of people use CC, because mainly because of the colors they come in and not much of the style, because a lot of the things we could use in the game, but if they had more recolors, then I think we'd be a lot happier. And I was just dying about those planters over there in the corner that have like a gold texture. And when I found those, I just wanted to use them all throughout the house, and I just like, I need to hold my horses here. But I really liked them, and they're from Peacemaker, and he's a Australian creator. I think it's in their website. I'm gonna link my favorite creators in the description so you can download their things, and if you want to maybe place this house in your game, you can have it fully and not just like missing things, because it is mainly CC, and if you don't have it, it's just gonna look really, I don't know, weird and unfinished. So yes, if you're going to download this, I recommend going through those websites and downloading their things. Like, I just went through CC Hunting. I love CC Hunting on the Sims resource as well. And yes, I'll try and link a lot of things that I find in the description. And yes, I just really like CC, so pretty. Like, I love arranging these cushions, and they're so pretty. Like, you can do so many different things with them. And I don't know why the Sims team hasn't done this for us yet, and we need to use CC for them. But yeah, that's the main part of the house done, and now we're just furnishing this little nook in here with a bookshelf and a little chair. That's my favorite chair in the game, I think. And it's not CC, it's from City Living, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's definitely from City Living. And there's a lot of CC in here. I spent so much time just looking through all the items like over and over again, and there's so much, like so much. And I also struggled a lot with rugs and the potted plants, because I just wanted to use them all, and you know, it's a little bit too much. And each room has at least one potted plant, and at one point I was just like, I need to stop myself right here, because this house is just going to be an overgrown forest in just about a minute. And I needed to stop myself in some points, but I think we got there in the end. I'm a little bit obsessed with plants. I think they just bring the room together, and they just, you know, they have a nice look to them. I have a lot of plants in my house, and I love it. I love the fresh air they bring. Like, not really fresh air, like literally, but they have a good feeling about them, I guess. Not sure how to explain this, but yeah, my mom influences me a lot on that part of my likings on potted plants. She's like the gardener. And yeah, this is the left wing of the house, and I love this bedding. I love all the Cece I used. Honestly, ugh, it's so gorgeous. I mean, come on, how can you not find this gorgeous? And this bedroom is a little bit more, I guess, nice flowing than the other one, because I confess I got a little carried away on the other bedroom, and I just went throwing all the CC I could find, and it might have looked a little bit funky and cluttered, but I like it. I think if this was my house, like with my brother, I live in the other part of the house, but we'll get there. And I'm gonna talk about this bedroom now. It has like this yellow and gray sort of color scheme, and oh yeah, here's a rug struggle for you. Oh yes, it took me so long, and in the end I was just like, I'm just going to go with plain simple things because I'm spending too much time on this. And I loved this shelving on the walls, and there are also a lot of sea references on this house. For example, the paintings around the house, they all have like blue colors to them, and like some of them has the actual sea and illustrated on them. And this one I just placed in on the floor in there next to the desk area, sorry. And it's written the sea in French. I'm not going to pronounce that in here because I don't want to embarrass myself any more than I already do, but yeah, there it is, you can see in there. And yes, I've been taking French classes. I think it's a lot of fun, but it's really, really hard to do the accent. And I think I'm never gonna get there, but it's good to know some things. And yeah, I don't know if I ever go to France, I might not have such a hard time, right? Yes. And oh yes, I tried to put some curtains in this house for once, at least in the bedrooms, because they kind of look over to, like, one bedroom looks over to the other, and it's really weird if you think about it because there's like no privacy. But yeah, I tried to put some curtains in, and here I am just discovering that I had no windows in the bathrooms. So it's just like, oh my god, imagine having no windows in a bathroom. That would be hell, like having nothing to, flow the air, sort of. It would be nightmare, truly. But yeah, we do that, and those windows are CC, of course. And what I love about them is that they have these sort of nook places to them, and you can actually place items on them, and it looks so cool. This bathroom with these pastel colors is just so pretty, and I just want this in real life, seriously. I love this. I love this bathroom. I love the bathtub just there in the corner. I love everything about it, really. And oh my god, it's so pretty. Like, seriously. Seriously, like, look at that potted plants and that pedestal. Oh my god. I'm not here to brag about it, but it looks really good, I confess. And I admit. And this is the last bedroom and the second bedroom. And it's a little bit more funky and more thrown together, like not really, really asymmetrical kind of. And the all the wings are a little bit different to each other. For instance, this wing has like just straight walls to create shading and details, whilst the other wing has full-on columns in the walls. So yeah, it's a little bit different, just so it isn't too symmetrical and too matchy-matchy, because I think siblings often don't want to be the same as their other sibling. I don't know. And I am like that with my brother, although we look a lot like alike, and not look, but in tastes. We have really similar tastes, and yeah. I also really enjoyed putting patterns and stuff on the walls and on the objects in general. And yes, I had some trouble with colors because I was mostly building at nighttime, and it was like really late at night, and my eyes just can't stand brightness, so I just had to turn down the brightness a lot, like to the minimum in the computer, and I was not seeing color straight. So yeah, maybe some things are going to be mismatched, but that's okay. And I just want to quickly comment about those geometrical things I put on the table, because they look like the plum pops. And I was going to do them green, but then I found this really pretty gold color, and I was like, no, we need to have this. But I did a green one next to it, so it's like a plum bob, and it's really cute. So yeah, we're almost finished with the finishings, and I'm going to put a walkthrough for you, and you can see also screenshots on Tumblr, and follow me on Twitter to be aware when there's a new building out. And if you want to download this on the gallery, the username is createle now, and you'll need to remember to advanced settings and allow custom content to appear in your game, and this house will show up. And also download the Cece items from the websites. I'll link down below if you want this house fully beautiful in your game. And thank you so much for watching and supporting me in this. I am very, very much grateful, and I'll see you in the next building. Enjoy the walkthrough. Bye!